Lock-in contracts are one of those things that agencies fall back on all of the time to keep their clients locked in, literally, into contracts that they can't get out of. And I take a lot of discovery calls, and so do my team. And a lot of reasons why companies leave agencies to maybe come and work with us is because agencies sometimes lock them into lengthy contract agreements. And I can see two sides to this, right? Obviously, for clients where they're working on a retainer for a particular deliverable, having a lock-in contract is beneficial. We do offer it on our smallest SEO package, and the only reason that we do is because we need the commitment from the client. And that is a 6-month contract, and you can pay 6 months up front and you get a month free. Or we can bill it each month, but we need a 6-month commitment from you so we can deliver what we want to achieve for your business or for your website. Now, there are agencies that will, every service they offer, every maintenance contract, every social media contract, they will lock you into a 6 or a 12-month or an 18-month or even a 24-month contract. And I think it works in big corporate companies where they know that they need a dedicated supplier for that particular project. And that I can see it beneficial. But for your average agency owner, I don't think there is a need to lock in clients into a specific contract. And the main reason for that, I believe, is if you aren't confident in the results that you can achieve for your client and you haven't built that relationship up with them, there is no need to lock them into a contract for 12 months. As I said, the only reason we do it for our smallest SEO package is because the package is super affordable and quite cheap, and we probably should increase the price. But I wanted to offer a smaller package for SEO so businesses that need SEO can benefit from it without paying our normal retainer fees. But I think a lot of agencies will literally lock you into anything. And one of the major things that I saw when I was freelancing before I started Nautilus, whilst working with other agencies, is you would be locked into a contract with a client. And if I was working on that particular client, I would be told to reduce the amount of time that I was working on that particular client's projects each month. So by the end of the 6 or the 12 months, the client is actually having less work done on their project than when they first started. And I think that's a major ethical thing, and something that it just didn't sit well with me, and something that I couldn't get on board with, because if a client is paying the same amount of money every single month and you are doing less work for them, there is just something that in the back of my mind sits awfully in terms of how that works and how that is actually put together. It's just not needed from a marketing point of view and from a client deliverability point of view, because if that client then did bring up concerns and they wanted to leave the contract, they wouldn't be able to leave because of the legalities that have been put behind it. And other than that small SEO package that we offer, all of our packages are 30 days notice from your billing date. So if you're on board on the 1st of the month, your bill would be sent each month on the 1st, and we just need 30 days notice from that date. So you give us notice so we can wrap the project up, deliver a full handover to you. And we have a very good retention rate. It could be better. I think our average retention is between 70 to 80% of clients. Sometimes it is that budgets are finished, or they brought in internal marketing managers, which has happened before. We've delivered fantastic results. They've been acquired by a company, or they've brought in a marketing manager and they've taken over what we have put together for the client and the campaigns that we've created. And sometimes over time, relationships aren't right from a client fit point of view, and I've spoken about agency red flags and client red flags in the past. So go and have a look at those bits of content that I've put out on my YouTube channel, because there are interesting traits that you can see from when you're onboarding clients, and not just from an agency perspective as well. I think in any service-based business, if you have a good sense of your gut and you have a good sense of people, when it comes down to working with clients and the general public, you can kind of put your finger on if that's going to be a good client or a bad customer for you. We've had the most strangest of phone calls and discovery calls where, we've asked questions about the business, like, what is it that you do? And people have got their arms up straight away and been, oh, I don't want to tell you what we do. I just want a marketing plan. I'm like, well, I can't really put together something. I don't know what we're marketing for. The world is a very interesting place, people can be really nice and people can just be arseholes, to be completely honest. And I think navigating through that and understanding what clients you want to work with is a massive factor in not having a contract in place from a lock-in point of view. If you have a good relationship with a client, if you are working with that person and have a good relationship with, and you're delivering what you're saying and you're working things through with the client, there's no need to have a formal piece of paper to say you can't leave this relationship for 6 or 12 or 18 months, which I think is, absolutely beneficial. When it comes down as well to, I can put this into an experience. We worked with one of our social media clients that has probably been with us about 2.5, 3 years. They brought in a marketing manager who took over the social media and took over other bits that we were going to be working on. And the marketing manager didn't do a very good job. And it meant that the company was in a worse financial position. And they have come back and we're doing more work with them. And, it's it's not common, but we have a lot of clients that leave, will take a break and then come back. And it's happened quite a good number of times now. And it's quite nice to have those clients back, especially if you've built relationships with them and the team have been working on their project. It's nice to have those clients come back. And also, a testament to the team and the service that you offer, that clients that may have left because of budgets or because of internal resources or other factors have then come back to put their trust in you again to then deliver the service that you said you were going to deliver. And, often better than other agencies that have worked with that client whilst they've been away from you. So I definitely think from an agency point of view, if you are a super huge team and you're working with big clients, locking contracts can be a great thing to do. If you're working with smaller businesses and you need a commitment from the client that you're going to allocate that budget for the next 6 months and achieve what you need to achieve, 100%, I think it is a great beneficial thing to do. Over time, I think it will change for us as an agency. As we get bigger, as we start to offer more services, and we do work with some, decent sized clients now, having a commitment from a client that they're going to uphold their end of the bargain and we're going to uphold ours, I think is really beneficial, especially for things when it comes down to like SEO and ads. You need to have a testing period of a decent few months to see how things are performing, the changes that you might need to make, etc. So having that there in principle is a good thing to do. But that being said, there should always be break clauses in those instances because things do happen from time to time. Businesses go into hardship, or things crop up, and there should be break clauses there for that very reason. So yeah, my take on contracts and locking contracts. Stay awesome, stay safe, but most importantly, stay nerdy.